Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. For those that are coming from episode 8 of Operation Exploration, I did discuss near the end of the video that I would just talk about like what happened to the blueprints and space engineers due to an issue with the PC. But if you're coming from any of the other episodes and you don't want any spoilers, I suggest maybe skipping this video, catch up to catch up to episode 8 and then come back and look at this video here, because the new base is going to be in the next part here now. And yeah, it's, if you want the surprise or the element of like what the base is going to look like, you might want to like watch everything first. But other than that, I'm going to continue on with the story. So I'm going to transfer over to my older self, because I have talked about it before. I'm not going to go over it again. So I'll catch you all next time. I did explain back in the past when I was looking for blueprints, I couldn't find it, but the full story is about 2 weeks ago, which, what date is today? Today is the 6th of April. 2 weeks ago, my computer that I'm on now at the minute was given issues. There was processes running in the background and seemed to disappear when you opened Task Manager, so I thought it was a wee bit suspicious. I thought it was like a virus or malware. I downloaded Malwarebytes. It didn't find it. What happened was, I decided, I'll just reinstall Windows 10. Now you can do that through Windows. You go into the settings and you basically go reset Windows 10, and it is advised to do it if you're finding some things are slow. It basically what it does is it replaces the current operating system with itself, but when you do it you have the option to keep your files. So I did that. I selected the option to keep the files, but what happened was it showed a list of apps that it needed to remove. So I looked at the list that it showed, and it only showed 5 or 6 things. Now what I should have noticed was, I should have noticed that they were all begin with A. But the thing was, the window that Windows displayed didn't show a scroller bar, so I thought what it showed in this dialog window box was all it was on installing, but no. It didn't show the scrolling panel to the right, so it looked like a window. And if I had have scrolled through it, I would have seen everything. What happened was, I thought to myself, it's only 6 apps, I don't care about them. I says, I don't need them. And if I do need them, I can just download them again. So what I did was I went ahead with it. So that was alright. I did think to myself, this is taking longer than usual. So went ahead with it anyway. Waited and waited and waited. You can't really do much when you start it, so you have to wait until it's finished. Well, that was alright. Computer reset a couple of times. I had a coffee while I waited. Next thing, computer started up, straight onto the desktop, and all I seen was white across most of the desktop. Icons that were no longer, not that they were no longer there, they were still on the desktop, but they had no file path behind them, so they were effectively removed applications. So if you ever remove an application and the icon stays there, it goes white, and if you right click on an open file location, it says cannot find this location, do you want to delete the shortcut? Yes. Basically my entire, well not my entire, but half my desktop was white with apps that had been removed, and Space Engineers was one of them. And I was really annoyed because I didn't back up my app data, which was also the same as my Minecraft world. But lucky enough, my Minecraft world, because of mods on it, I know better to update to back up every time I'm playing it. So once I'm done with the Minecraft world, it goes straight into a backup folder. The world is saved, and then zipped up in a file just to reduce space. But with Space Engineers, I never had that problem, although I should have backed it up. And that's for people that are playing other games. You may not think it, but back it up anyway. Even if the file is like 20 gigs, you're better looking at it than looking for it. The electrician's rule. Better looking at it than looking for it. Actually applies to most trades. And that time in the stream was the first I discovered, I realised just how bad the impact was. Like, I knew I had uninstalled Space Engineers, but I thought it was just the game files. I didn't know it was the user files as well. User files are kept in the app data folder, and it removed everything on the app data folder and put back on whatever programs it needed, including Windows and any programs I installed back. But anything that was Space Engineers related was gone. Blueprints, worlds, etc. I don't have backup of the old world. I don't have backup of my old blueprints. Although I do, but they're from 2019. It's kind of useless at this stage. Although I'm just thinking now, it would be there because I did work on that world for 3 or 4 years. So part of it would be there, but not all the base. But the base did undergo a major restoration. It was made bigger. It was basically a tunnel. It was like looking at this. It was a tunnel. You could take cars in and stuff and modify them and fly them out. But it was in the middle of a cliff, so you could fly different things into it and fly out again. It was brilliant. It was probably one of my favourite bases. Although hopefully this will take off. I say it probably will. I do like the design of it and something I have been thinking of for a while. But yeah, Nathan describes how, can't think of the word, how annoying it was to discover that something I'd been working on for about maybe 200 hours worth. Although how much hours have I got? You can't see it on the stream, but I'm opening up my Steam client and seeing how many hours I have on it. Let me see. We have. How do I open that again? Oh yeah, here we go. For Space Engineers, I have 658 hours on record, and about, actually, it would have been more than that. About maybe 3/4 of that was spent making the base. Yeah, sounds a bit right. Although I did spend quite a lot up in space itself, so maybe half. We'll say half, which is still a lot. That's 300 hours. 300 hours working on a base, and it's gone, and no way to recover it. All because I couldn't see the scrolling wheel on the Windows dialog box. So, lesson learned. And just to show how bad it was, I have printed out the list of applications it had uninstalled. Now, let's see. There's 3 pages worth. 2, 3, and let me see if I can show it. I think it's mirrors everything, does it? No, it doesn't. Them ones you see at the top, all in there, but the only ones that showed, including the ones beginning with C. But what didn't show is the rest of everything else that I had uninstalled. A lot of Microsoft, a lot of other things, and this. The good thing is Windows, when it removes the program, it did it automatically. I didn't know it done this, but when Windows resets itself, it generates like a PDF file, which is that there. Well, it's actually HTML, and it shows you a list of all the applications it uninstalled. So the good thing was I was able to see everything that I had uninstalled. I wouldn't have been able to uninstall half the stuff I know from forgetting. Like, what else? There's a lot of stuff that I don't need either. I used to make mods for Minecraft, and I noticed there now that it's uninstalled that, but I haven't made mods for Minecraft since 2018. I used to make mods for 1.7.10, but I've gone away from that and I've stopped support. They're working. Oh yes, they are, and there's no point updating them to 1. My favorite one's 1.12.2 at the minute, so there's no point updating it to that. Yeah, that's the big annoying thing. So if you are thinking of resetting Windows and keeping on your files, check that window and make sure you see everything. So that's pretty much it for now. I will be back later on with another episode 9. It's going to be slightly delayed because I've had issues with the audio being behind with the sound, but I have found a way to fix it. But other than that, instead of the videos being out twice a day, they're going to be out maybe once a day, maybe once every 2 days. Although I will try and see if I can get them out sooner. But the last few videos are quite long because the streams were very long, so it'll take quite long to edit each episode. But other than that, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.